Tonight on the Win News Hour, a 15-year-old gunman shoots dead a police employee in New South Wales, sparking nationwide horror. Firefighters face their first real test this season as temperatures soar in the state's south. Tasmanians light the night to support families affected by blood cancer, and football fans across the country get into the grand final spirit. Details at 6.
This is Win News.
Tonight, historic victory. The Hawks claim their third premiership in a row. Fans across the nation celebrate the biggest day on the AFL calendar. And as temperatures soar, Tasmanians got into the spirit. Good evening, I'm Georgia Love. Hawthorn has pulled off an impressive three-peat, claiming the 2015 AFL Premiership in a 46-point win over West Coast at the MCG this afternoon. Dominating from the first bounce, the Hawks were always on track to fly high, going into half-time with a 5-goal lead. But it was the final siren that signalled sweet success.
The first team in the 18-team competition to go back to back. They're three-peaters.
Cyril Rioli was awarded the Norm Smith Medal, while proud captain Luke Hodge was relishing every moment of once again claiming silverware.
To our 72,924 Melbourne members, thank you very much. Well done.
We'll have all the match details later in sport. And we may be hundreds of kilometres away from the action, but grand final fever well and truly swept across Tasmania today, with footy fans celebrating the biggest day in football. And as the state's south sizzled, house parties, barbecues and an afternoon at the pub proved to be popular picks.
With the temperatures soaring outside, indoors proved a good place to keep a cool head, with some fans.
Ahead on Win News, the federal government hints at privatising the health system, and a teenager given a life sentence for his role in an Anzac Day terror plot. Returning to the attack now that has shaken and shocked the nation. A police employee executed in cold blood by a 15-year-old extremist as he left work.
In one moment, terror, bravery and extraordinary compassion on display.
Grand final anthem rounded out the eclectic pre-bounce entertainment. Above the ground, an A330 roared, its flight path revealing what the two teams were playing for. But no matter what the final score, this sizzling grand finale was a treat for all fans. Emily Rice, 9 News.
Well, sports up next, and the Tasmanian Tigers claim bronze at the Australian Hockey League tournament. Plus more on the Hawks' historic three-peat victory. Well, as you heard earlier, Hawthorn has secured a historic three-peat with a resounding win over West Coast in the AFL Grand Final. Clint Stanaway is at the MCG.
This is nothing short of absolutely extraordinary for the Hawks, and these Hawthorn fans who are slowly trickling out of the MCG right now have witnessed something absolutely special. A historic moment, as you say, this third premiership in as many years now in their keeping. But along with these history books, the records, this win has produced some really emotive storylines. What about Brett Ratton? He's just won in a season that he lost his son Cooper. There he was post-match, hugging Alistair Clarkson and his players. A really special, a beautiful moment too for Jordan Lewis, having just led his side into battle. The Hawks star cradled little Freddie, just 6 days old after the final siren. Now, I did mention that word history. Putting this into perspective, only Collingwood, Carlton, Melbourne and Brisbane have achieved this feat. Right now, they are in a league of their own. 99,000 fans were here to see it too on a day where the temperature hit 31 degrees, the hottest grand final ever. Let's take a look at the scores right now. It is a rowdy MCG behind me, and Hawthorn really did jump West Coast, who at times looked a bit intimidated on the big stage, didn't they? In fact, they never really challenged the Hawks, who ran out 46-point winners. Cyril Rioli winning the Norm Smith Medal. Corey Norris has the highlights.
The hallowed turf shining on football's biggest day. It's a stage the Hawks are all too familiar with, along with the intimate realisation the prize silverware was theirs again. The first team in the 18-team competition to go back
to back, to back. They're three-peaters.
Emotions flowing on the ground and a huge embrace in the box. Clarkson joining elite company as a 4-time premiership coach.
Proud of our boys, proud of our footy club. You know, we've had to do it pretty tough this last 3 or 4 weeks, but you know, they dug deep and they had a really good victory today.
Hodge, a triple premiership captain.
Oh, mate, I've lost words. It's an unbelievable feeling.
It's euphoria Jordan Lewis has felt before, but now as a father. And a special moment for Brett Ratton after tragically losing his son during the season. And no surprises for the Norm Smith medal.
It's Sirioli from Hawthorn. To my wife and family sitting up in the stands, thank you. And Brocky, this one's for you.
And for the Brown and Gold Army.
72,924 members, thank you.
Another celebration these Hawks will never get sick of.
And that's it for sport tonight. Stay with us. I'll have all the weather details after the break.
This report brought to you by your Holden dealer, where there's a lot to get excited about.
Well, looking at the weather now, and it was a very warm day across much of the state. A lot of wind, about 2 temperatures up to 13 degrees above average. It got to 21 on King Island, 26 on Flinders after a cool night. A mild day in the northwest, Burnie 18, Devonport 17. Much warmer though in Launceston with a sunny 24. A warm one down the east, 27 at St Helens, 29 at Swansea. Strawn up to 21 degrees today, and Hobart a hot and windy 29 degrees. And looking ahead back home, the sunny conditions continuing through the northwest with temperatures warming up for the start of the week. Sunny right through in Launceston, Tuesday a warm 27. And hot weather in Hobart, 27 and 30 Monday and Tuesday, before dropping right down with showers on Wednesday. And that's Win News for this Saturday night. Don't forget daylight savings begins at 2 a.m. tomorrow, so remember to put your clocks forward 1 hour before going to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow, and that's Win News for this grand final day. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.